S tier is going to be the 6 Pokemon from Johto that I feel like are perfect and couldn't be improved in any way. If there are 6, I don't even know. A tier are going to be Pokemon that I think are fantastic but could be better. B tier are Pokemon that I like but rarely use. C tier are going to be Pokemon that I genuinely don't feel any way about, positive or negative. There'll be a lot of baby Pokemon there. D tier are going to be Pokemon that I dislike, and F tier are going to be Pokemon that I absolutely hate. So with that, let's go ahead and start with Chikorita. So Chikorita, I really like. Probably one of the better, put that in A tier, probably one of the better base form starters out there. Bayleaf is a really cool design. I'm going to put Bayleaf in A tier also. Meganium, I kind of wish that Meganium's flower was kind of spikier. So we're going to put that not in C tier. We're going to put that in B tier. Cyndaquil is a really cool Pokemon. We're going to put that ahead of Chikorita. So I don't like a lot of grass type starters. Chikorita is one of the few grass type starters that I really, really like. Quilava. We're going to put that in A tier for right now because I really like, or S tier, because I really like Quilava. Typhlosion. I have gone back and forth on Typhlosion over the years. Some days I really love it, and some days, it doesn't do anything for me. So we're going to put it on the low end of A tier. We're going to put it, we're going to swap these two around. There we go. Bayleaf. I really like the sharp leaf on Bayleaf's head. That does a lot for me, for Bayleaf. Totodile is one of the coolest looking starters there is. Totodile is going to go straight up to the top of A tier. I'm not a huge fan of the Fred Flintstone-esque caveman sash or whatever it is on Croconaw. So it's going to go behind Meganium and B tier. Feraligatr, for those of you who know, is dummy thick. But Feraligatr is a really cool design. I'm going to put it right there. Sentret, I don't feel any way about really. Furret, I don't feel any way about really. Hoot, I think is really cool. We're going to put him in B tier. Noctowl. Let me look at Johto real quick. Noctowl, I think, for now, we're going to put Noctowl in S tier. I don't know. There's just something about the way Noctowl looks, and I'm not really a bird Pokemon guy. But something about the way Noctowl looks, I really like the way Noctowl looks. I think it's the things on his head that I really like. The horn feathers, whatever you want to call them. Ladybug doesn't really do anything for me. I don't like her dislike it. Lady Ann, I don't really like her dislike. Spinarak and Ariados, like I've said in last week, I think, or week before last, I'm not a huge fan of bug type Pokemon. Crobat. I actually got to where I really like Crobat. When I played my first playthrough through Legends Arceus, I kind of got a Zubat, and I'm like, you know what? I've never used Crobat before. So I found an Alpha Zubat and raised them all the way up to level 100, and I really, developed an appreciation for Crobat thanks to Legends Arceus. The only thing I don't like about Crobat is, everything I love about Crobat except for the fact that the body itself looks like a jelly bean to me. That is a little weird, especially seeing it in 3D. But other than that, it's a pretty cool Pokemon. So it's going to go high end on A tier. Chinchou, I don't feel any sort of way about. A lot of Johto Pokemon, I don't feel any sort of way about. Nostalgia, Lantern. I've developed kind of an appreciation for Lantern. Pichu is probably the baby Pokemon. It's way cuter than Pikachu is. Cleffa, I don't feel any way about. Igglybuff, I don't care about. Togepi is going to get a bump because of the anime. I like Togepi. Togetic, I like better than Togepi. Togekiss, I think is too round and too fat. Natu, I don't care one way or about. Xatu, Xatu is pretty cool. I'm gonna go with B tier on that. Mareep is good for what it's supposed to be. Flaffy is pretty cool for what it's supposed to be. Ampharos is a really cool looking Pokemon. We're gonna put it high end of A tier. There are a lot of Pokemon that I feel like are better than their Mega evolutions, and Ampharos is one of those. Scizor is one of those. I feel like Scizor, they tried way too hard on Scizor. Blossom, no, we didn't really need Blossom in my opinion. Meryl is a good looking Pokemon. I'm gonna put it next to Togepi. Azurill, we're going to put him near Crobat. I've never used Azurill until Scarlet and Violet came out, and Azurill killed it in raids. And then Sudowoodo, like, I was really confused about Sudowoodo when I was a kid. I think most of us who grew up with Generation 1 and 2, I think most of us were confused by Sudowoodo as a kid. Every time I played through Gold or Silver, I would have Sudowoodo on my team because I thought it was just such a strong Pokemon. And it just turned out that it had a weird type combination. So, like, Sudowoodo isn't a great Pokemon. It just has I think just as a kid, I thought that it was a better Pokemon than it was. Politoed. I love Politoed. I hate the method of evolving Politoed. Like, I hate all trade evolutions. And I hate held item trade evolutions the most. And Gen 2 had a good bit of those. But as far as its design goes, I actually like Politoed. So we're going to put Politoed actually right there with Hoot Hoot. I like Hoot Hoot. Hoppip, don't really feel anything when I look at Hoppip. Skiploom, I dislike. Jumpluff, I dislike. Apom, I hate Apom and Ambipom both. I will never, ever, ever like that line of... I feel weird today. Maybe today wasn't a good day to do this video. Sunkern, it's alright for what it is. Like, it's you know, and I don't feel any way when I look at Sunkern. Sunflora, I pretty well dislike. Yanma, I dislike. Wooper, Wooper and Quagsire are annoying. I feel like Quagsire and Wobbuffet shouldn't have debuted in the same generation, because I got confused a lot about Wooper, Quagsire, and Wobbuffet as a kid. Like which one Wooper evolved into, and sometimes I still get confused when I see them in games. You know what? I don't hate them. I'm from there. So yeah, Wooper and Quagsire should have been like Gen 2, and then Wobbuffet should have been like Gen 4, I think. Espeon is one of the best Eeveelutions. Umbreon is the best Eeveelution. Hands down, it's not even up for debate. Like this video is all my subjective opinion, but Umbreon is the objectively best Eeveelution. And if you don't agree, then you're just wrong and you need to educate yourself. So, sorry. I don't make the rules except for when I literally make the rules. Murkrow. I blanked on his name. Murkrow was a pretty good Pokemon. I am finding myself A and B tiering a lot more Pokemon than I thought I would. Honestly, doing this video. Slowking is really like I don't like the neck thing on Slowking, the clown collar thing, but I love the way the shelter looks on Slowking's head, the crown looks on Slowking's head. Let's see here. Mischievous is a really good design. I'm gonna put that in B tier. Unknown. Now I want to do an unknown tier list. I think that'd be pretty fun. Just, you know, something silly and fun. Unknown, I have grown an appreciation for over the years. I think the idea of the unknowns are pretty clever. Why they used English letters for the unknowns, I will never understand. Girafarig, I pretty well dislike. Yeah. Pineco, there's nothing to Pineco. It's a pine cone. That's what it is. Fortress, I pretty well dislike Fortress. Dunsparce, Don't feel any way about Dunsparce. There are many playthroughs I've done in Gold and Silver where I completely forgot Dunsparce exists. Gligar, I pretty well dislike Gligar. Steelix, yeah, we're gonna put Steelix. For now, we're gonna put Steelix in S tier. This isn't my finalized S tier. Snubble, we're gonna put Snubble in the B tier because I like Granbull. I feel like Snubble could have evolved in a way to look better than Granbull. To me, just looks like an ugly pit bull. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. Quillfish, I pretty well dislike. Scizor is a perfect design Pokemon for me. I think I say this in the Mega Evolution video that I like regular Scizor much better than Mega Scizor. I feel like they did too much with Mega Scizor. We're gonna put Scizor here, but I really like the way Scizor looks. Shuckle, I have grown an intense appreciation for Shuckle over the years. Heracross, I used to love it as a kid. As I got older, I've kind of, it's faded out of favor with me. Sneasel, I've never really liked or disliked. Teddiursa is a really cute baby Pokemon, and in a way where, like Igglybuff and Jigglypuff and all of them, or Igglybuff and like Cleffa, Igglybuff, and Azurill, like those are kind of pointless Pokemon. I think they're just there to fill up deck spots. But Teddiursa is like I understand why Teddiursa is there. Like Teddiursa does its job as a super cute Pokemon. Ursaring, I like Ursaring a lot better than Ursaluna. Like the Blood Moon Ursaluna is really cool, but I don't like the version of Ursaluna we got in Legends Arceus. I don't like it. I don't have to explain myself. Slugma, I pretty well dislike. Magcargo, I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the fire, like the lava hardened shell on Magcargo's back and the fire, I would dislike Magcargo. But those two elements really make Magcargo a cool looking Pokemon. Swinub, I don't really care about it. Piloswine, I don't really care about it. Corsola, a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon, a lot of my opinions on Gen 2 Pokemon have changed drastically over the years. Corsola, and especially shiny form, is one of those Pokemon that, I didn't like it as a kid because I had no use for it because it wasn't a strong Pokemon. But as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate the design of it. So Corsola, I don't know about A tier. We're going to put Corsola in B tier. Remoraid, I don't care about. I dislike it, but I dislike Remoraid, but I don't care enough to dislike it, if that makes sense. Octillery, I pretty well dislike. Delibird, we're gonna put Delibird in C tier because I feel like if it wasn't for the Santa motif, if Delibird was, say, a different color, it would just be forgotten altogether. Yeah, I don't really care either way about Delibird. Mantine is pretty cool Pokemon. I'm gonna put that in A tier. Yeah. Skarmory. Skarmory is a really cool design. I feel like maybe Skarmory's wings could be sharper cut, if that makes sense. Look more wing-like instead of fan blades, if that makes sense. Because it never really made sense to me how Skarmory could fly. Because the wings don't look like wings; they look like blades. And it just kind of takes away from for me, the impracticality of the way Skarmory looks takes away from the coolness factor of it, if that makes sense, which I completely get that it doesn't. Houndour is one of the best I don't like a lot of pre-evolution Pokemon, but Houndour is one of the best pre-evolution Pokemon. Houndoom is definitely going to go high end on the S tier. We're going to knock down Espeon. We're going to knock down Espeon to A tier and Noctowl to S tier. Yeah, maybe I'm not good at these tier lists. Kingdra, I want to put in S tier also. God, there are more S tier Pokemon. There are more S tier Pokemon on this list than I thought they were going to be. We're going to have to knock down Kolava. Yep. Honestly, I'm probably going to knock down Totodile as well. Phanpy is pretty cute for what it does. Donphan is a really cool design. Anyway, I really like Donphan. I hate what they did with Iron Treads, the Future Paradox version of Donphan. Great Tusk is really cool. Iron Treads I absolutely hate. And you'll see that when we get to Gen 9. Porygon 2. I love Porygon 2. I have said many times that I can't wait to eventually get Porygon 3, which we will one day. Maybe when they remake Johto, I don't know. Stantler, I don't like or dislike. Smeargle. Smeargle is a cool gimmick Pokemon, but I dislike the way it looks. Tyrogue. I'm gonna go with C tier. Hitmontop, I used to really like when I was a kid. Like, it was my favorite member of the Hitmonchan line, or Tyrogue line, I guess is what we're calling it now. As I've gotten older, and I think because Hitmontop was like flipped over and standing on its feet in the modern games, has really done it a disservice. Like, Hitmontop hasn't looked better than it did in Generation 2, and that was a long time ago. Nope. Elekid is pretty cool. Elekid is probably one of the coolest baby forms out there. Magby. I feel like Magby only got a baby form because Electabuzz. Magmar only got a baby form because Electabuzz got a baby form, because Magby didn't need to exist. Miltank, I hate Miltank. Like, I hate everything about the way Miltank looks. Blissey, I don't hate it, but I don't like it either. There. Blissey is great to find in-game in the wild, anywhere where you need to quickly level up your Pokemon. Like Legends Arceus, anytime I have to level up, evolve anything in Legends Arceus, I go straight to where Blissey is in the, not the Cobalt Coastlands. I can't think of where it's called, but Blissey is a good grind Pokemon. Raikou, oh shoot, I forgot about the legendaries. Crap. Raikou, we're going to put Raikou high-end A tier. If you haven't seen Raikou's sprite in the Gen 2 games, you're in for a treat because they look awful. Entei looks pretty cool. Suicune is probably one of the best legendary Pokemon, and it's going to knock down Totodile. Larvitar, again, is a really cool baby Pokemon. It's going to go to A tier. I don't think Larvitar can be considered a baby Pokemon. Pupitar, I pretty well dislike. And Tyranitar is one of the coolest. Let's see here. Having 6 slots for S tiers is a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. Luke, god damn it, I can't not put Lugia in S tier. We're gonna have to rearrange some stuff. Ho S tier. Celebi is gonna go to A tier. Oh my god. I've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 8. I can't not put Lugia in S tier. So we're going to begrudgingly drop down Steelix to A tier. Kingdra to A tier. And between Scizor and Houndoom, we're gonna. Oh no! That's it. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jesus Christ! What am I doing? So Lugia is gonna go all the way to the there. Umbreon, Lugia, Suicune, Ho-Oh, There we go. I think that's it. I think that's pretty good. I mean, good is subjective, but I think that's a pretty good tier list. S tier is going to be Umbreon, Lugia, Suicune, Houndoom, Ho-Oh, and Scizor. A tier is going to start with Kingdra and go, you know, you guys can see it. B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. So that's my tier list. If you guys want to check back with us, I'm trying to do these tier lists like every other week so that you guys aren't bombarded with the exact same content for 9 weeks in a row. Let me know in the comment section what, if any, what Pokemon you would put in S tier on my list and what you would swap it out for. I think that'd be pretty interesting comments to read. So let me know what you guys think. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, we just passed 2,000 subscribers and we just started doing a giveaway. We're giving away Gen 3 event Pokemon. You know what? I should have done Hoenn this week as a follow-up to that. Oh well. We're doing a Gen 3 giveaway right now. Gen 3 event giveaway. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So feel free to subscribe if you want to. When we hit 5,000 subscribers, we'll do another big giveaway. So like the video, comment, do all that good stuff. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace.